Okay, confession time. I typically don't do multiple takes of a video unless something really serious happens, and, well, such a thing happened in my first take of this video. This is my second take, about a minute in. It's just, wow, I was honestly so flabbergasted that I was completely unable to commentate. So this guy here, he's speaking German. Now just watch what he's gonna say. Right here, mein Führerschein profond, or whatever that's supposed to be. I don't know a word of German, but I still know what mein Führer means. Sorry about the complete lack of even attempting a German accent here. Okay, this one is talking Italian, but yeah, I couldn't say anything because it was like, did I just read that? Is this guy really a Nazi stereotype? So I just stopped recording, hit Google Translate, and apparently that super long word that starts with Führer, it means a driving exam. So crisis averted. But man, I was so scared for a minute that they decided to put a Nazi stereotype in the game. Oh my god, this is just... And I knew deep down that this could not be the case, otherwise people would have been talking about it ever since the game came out, and of course that wasn't the case. But still, just... It's one of those things where I couldn't even say anything. Oh, by the way, this guy here is a reference to another NPC that was standing in the same spot in the first game that had a Pikachu called Gesundheit. So, yeah, I guess it's pretty cool that they actually did change that up from the first game, even if it's a minor detail. Amulet coin that I just got, which doubles the amount of money that I get out of a trainer battle if the Pokemon with the Amulet coin participates. And she's talking about Mr. Locke, who was a guy that could potentially give you the TM for Snarl, as well as access to the shiny legendary dog event. Or was it the Celebi? Or maybe both? I don't remember. It's such a blur to me at that point. Events from late 2010, early 2011. But yeah, he was involved with some of the events related to movie 14. 14? 13! Sorry! Can't count. This year's movie 16, and that was 3 years ago. So, nothing in these trash cans. And so, yeah, nothing very interesting in that building. However, there's one building left to visit on this street where I know I am going to get something good. Well, maybe. You'll see. You'll see in just a moment when I get there. So let's just talk to this girl first. Trainers and Pokemon make an amazing combination. Okay, excavating the ruins on Route 4. I don't know if she's talking about the Relic Castle or something else entirely. But the Relic Castle has been excavated for a while, so maybe she's talking about something else. Maybe my memory is completely faulty, but I think that this excavation thing is what caused the urban development of Route 4 to stop completely, so it never became anything more than a shanty town in White 2, or as in Black 2, it got all developed and stuff. And, yeah, that, once again, if that's not it, don't bother correcting me, because we're gonna find out soon enough. So this guy is the one that you really want to talk to. He's going to take a look at how many Pokemon I have seen so far. 25! That's not what I wanted to hear, because if I see 40 Pokemon or more, he's going to give me the Eviolite, which is an exceptionally useful item in these early stages of the game when you use Pokemon that aren't fully evolved. The Eviolite boosts both defenses of any not fully evolved Pokemon by 50%, which means that it cuts all direct damage by a third. So this guy talks about the various badges, the basic badge, Pokemon up to level 20 will obey without question, and since the badges aren't connected to HMs anymore, it's just a matter of obedience. I really should get around to talking about obedience one of these days, because I never did so in 7 Let's Plays somehow. But, yeah, I was talking about the Relic Castle earlier in this whole excavation thing. Now that I think about it, it can't really be the Relic Castle, because, if anything, the reverse thing happened. It got filled with sand over the last 2 years, so now you can only explore the very top and the very bottom. Well, the very bottom, you can only explore it through the Relic Path, which is a new cave in this game that wasn't in the first one. So over here, you want to head to this toll booth real quick. I was going to do so anyway because, well, there are a few more NPCs to talk to, but the reason why you want to come here is because you get interrupted by Bianca. But I'm going to excuse her just this once, because she is going to give me the dowsing machine! Finally! God! So, the good news is that the early game isn't really full of hidden items. I think I've gotten most of them, but there are definitely a few that I'm missing, so I'm going to head back once I get the chance, and I'm going to go re-explore all these areas, see if there's anything that I missed. So, yeah, she's talking about registering items that you use a lot. I already showed you that for the bike, but I'm also going to do so for the dowsing machine. Just like in Black and White 1, you can hotkey multiple items, such as what I'm going to do right now. The free space pocket is another thing that I really should get around to talking about one of these days. So yeah, once you've hotkeyed multiple items, whenever you press the hotkey, you're going to have a menu that's going to appear with all the items that you have hotkeyed, and you can use them just like that. So this guy here is part of the Harlequin hunt, and since I have visited everyone, I am going to get a small commemorative gift, which is a rare candy. Not too bad. So at least I won't have to return to the main street to talk to the one specific Harlequin that was there. You could also go to the toll booth that leads to Sky Arrow Bridge. So now that our tour of Castelia is complete, here are the hidden items that I have missed so far. Absolutely none! Yeah, I'm surprised too. I got them all, even though there were like only 2 or 3 that I could access so far. But anyway, if you talk to Clyde at the entrance of the gym, he says that Berg went somewhere because there might be trouble. And here's Iris, the new champion of the Pokemon League. Yeah, I was surprised too when the news first broke that she was the new champion. But anyway, she points out that Berg, well, leaving the gym isn't exactly, it's not exactly a rare thing for him because he's always got artist's block. Sorry about that. But yeah, she just now learns from us about the resurgence of Team Plasma, so yeah, I'll help you out. Just look how much help Iris is going to be. So, apparently, she's at the very least, she's figured out where Team Plasma went, but it gets worse, trust me. But for now, we're going to have to follow Iris around. Yes, I know where the Pokemon Center is. It's like one of the first things that I saw when I first arrived in Castelia. So, zoom out, and here we go. We're going to go catch up with Iris, who's all the way over there, thankfully with a bike. It's being done rather quick, so... Oh, come on! Stop nagging me! You know Clyde is such a chatterbox that he just had to give me precise directions for the freaking Pokemon Center, which was one of the first buildings I saw when I arrived here. So, over there we have Thumpere, which wasn't a lot of real estate in the first game, but as I said before, now you can access the Castelia Sewers from here. Castelia Sewers, of course, another brand new dungeon that was not there in the first game. In fact, it's a bit surprising that it took 16 years for us to have a sewer dungeon in the Pokemon series. So, did I find Team Plasma? Well, honestly, no, I haven't seen them yet. But yeah, the only place that he hasn't checked is, of course, the sewers. What a coincidence! So, we're going to head into the Castelia sewers. And aren't you coming with me? No, of course not. See, that's what I was talking about when I said, yeah, she's gonna help me out. Jeez, what is it with female champions and being completely unable to provide even the most basic assistance in times when I might need help? But it's alright, because I have Hugh with me, and really that's all I need, because he's going to follow me around just like the stat trainers in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. And hey, look at that! I was about to talk about these guys, because, you know, they gave us Pokemon like Patrat and Woobat, so we wouldn't have to deal with the overdone Rattata and Zubat. And then Black and White 2 come around, they expand the Unova Dex, and thanks for stealing my target. I was about to use Rock Smash on it. I guess that's going to be the theme of this place. But yeah, they expand the Unova Dex, and the first things that they bring back, well, not really the first, but still, they choose to bring back Rattata and Zubat, the two Pokemon that everyone are really tired of. Yeah, well, at least they really make more sense than Patrat and Woobat in a sewer context, so I can't really fault Game Freak for that. Let's see what Hugh has to say. I'm sorry I got you mixed up with this. Well, you never really asked me in the first place. I can't forgive Team Plasma. That seems to be his mantra. Seriously, take a shot whenever he says, I can't forgive Team Plasma, word for word. There's no variation. He always says these exact words all the freaking time. So, this drinking game, even if you don't even allow for any kind of variation, you're still gonna get plastered in record time. So, yeah, the thing about this segment with you here is that, as I was saying, this is just like with the stat trainers in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, which means the return of Infinite Healing, motherfucker! But, and there's a big but, just to troll me, there are two areas just beyond these sewers, the Castelia Park and the Relic Pad, where my first two team members are. And if I want to access these and get my first two team members and get all the experience that the sewers could give me, I'm going to have to get rid of Hugh as soon as possible. Which is what I was referring to when I said this was really freaking frustrating. Twisted Spoon boosts the power of psychic moves by 20%. So, we finally ran into those two Team Plasma members that we were looking for, and I guess these were the ones that Berg was after, and I guess, well, no, Iris wasn't after them at all, even though she pretended to be at the beginning. And yeah, Team Plasma is still going on about liberating Pokemon, even though everyone by that point knows that it's just a crock of shit, because they were already exposed once as just being a scheme for world domination that has nothing to do with treating Pokemon better. And it always amuses me when I get two grunts from villainous teams together, because it always looks like they're synchronized and stuff, and they were like doing synchronized ball throwing with the exact same pose at the exact same 100th of a second. It's a bit ridiculous, really. Well, at least Rock Smash was going to be effective on both, so it really didn't matter what Dewott was going to use Razor Shell on. Unfortunately, Scraggy is a bit bulkier than I bargained for, so now Pignite's got swag, which, just like in any other context, is always that. Razor Shell missed? Are you serious? And now I'm hitting myself. Seriously, Razor Shell, 95% accuracy, so that means 5% chance of missing, and I had a 50% chance of hitting myself, so that Scraggy had a 2.5% chance of surviving that turn. And it did. But still, these Pokemon were no help at all, as I completely demolished them. But the aftermath of this encounter will have to wait until the next episode.